some information that will help you on today.
Yep.
Turn it up and make it really loud, and let your friends know we're on and what we're all about.
Good morning, good morning. I want to say good morning to all of my St. Louis and Metro East family. Welcome to Wake Up St. Louis. I said wake him. Wait a minute, I got your mics on. Welcome to Wake Up St. Louis, MeTooMusic Sunday morning show. I want to say good morning to everybody. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Don is back up to his old ways, walking in late. Yeah, but man, this is a beautiful day, like I always say. Like I just took Rob's line. Like I said, like I always say, this is a beautiful day that I have never witnessed before, have never in my life ever witnessed. December 17th, 2017. Will never, ever witness it again. So I have the opportunity to right the wrongs of yesterday. Make right the people that I wronged on yesterday, the people that I didn't even forgive on yesterday for wronging me. Today I have a new chance, a new opportunity. Thank God for his grace.
Oh, yes.
On today. Oh, yes. Hey, this is a great day. This is a great day. A little cloudy outside. It's going to rain today. It's raining already?
It's not raining over here, is it?
Yeah, it was raining on the way over here.
Yeah, I see we have a 60% chance of rain today. I want to say good morning to everybody in Facebook land. Boy, Elder Edgar Madison came and got me saying all the old stuff. I say broadcast, TV land, radio land. But good morning to Bridget Michelle. Good morning to Miss Pamela Kimball. Want to say good morning to James Bethany. We see you on here. Who else? Victor Jordan. Good morning. Man, Vic, I love how you get in your church chats a whole segment earlier. You're going to be we're going to have to call you. We're going to give you a title because you be on it, Victor. Victor Jordan. Good morning. He says to MeTooMusic Morning Show crew, Greater Grace Church, Bishop Larry O. Jones. He's representing. Yeah, James. James, where are you now, man? I always forget. Are you in Vegas? I know you were in the Dallas area. But good morning to also Minister Janet Love in Tallahassee, Florida. We see you. You have, what's the word when you leave one country and go to another one? Is that it? Defected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
she defected from the YouTube audience. Good morning. Is that a girl on the bass? We see you over there on the YouTube side. There are a few other people on the YouTube side watching, but of course we never know you're there unless you comment. But we can see that someone's there. We just don't know who it is until they comment. But anyway, good morning to you all. It's a beautiful day, y'all. We're gonna get this thing kicked off with some great music. We got a special guest sitting in the studio with us this morning. And I'm excited about him being here, and we're going to talk to him when we get back. So stay tuned. Wake Up St. Louis, MeTooMusic Sunday morning show. Here's He Keeps On Blessing Me by the St. Louis Area Fellowship Choir featuring Pastor Mike Lampion. Stay tuned.
Come on, y'all, put your hands together.
I just got fussed at y'all because I broke Church of God in Christ protocol.
Oh, wow. That's messed up, dude.
Both of my hosts were late today. So it threw me. You were late. Rob, you was late.
No, did I get? Wasn't I here when I sitting here when the show
You
started?
were no Boy Scout.
Was I sitting here?
The Boy Scout says to be early is to be on time.
I was a Cub Scout.
I almost said something. Anyway, with my co-host Don Rice. Yeah, I'm tripping. See, I'm off today.
I mean, what's up, man?
And also
Rob, like I said, Woody.
All right, there you go. Y'all happy?
Hey, wait a minute, hold up. We missing somebody.
We always missing somebody. There he is.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Alvin. Yeah, he's always late.
You're right.
Anyway, we're going to start this song over for y'all. He Keeps On Blessing Me, St. Louis Area Fellowship, Part 1, featuring Pastor Mike A. Lampkin, right here on Wake Up St. Louis. We're going to talk to our guests when we come back.
Here we go. Every time.
Every time I turn around, he keeps on blessing me.
Every time.
Every time I turn around, he's opening
Here we
doors
go.
for me.
I don't deserve
I don't deserve it because I'm not worthy.
But he keeps.
Good morning, Kevin Eaton. I see you, man.
Come on, y'all, put your hands together. Every time.
I turn
Kevin Kelly, good morning, my brother. You on, Rob? I thought you was. Oh, I turned on the wrong mic. Go ahead.
Congratulations, Kev.
Right.
One more time, it keeps on.
My little cousin John King, good morning.
Let's take it to church. Let's take it to church. Here we go. Oh, he keeps on blessing. Keeps on blessing. Put them hands together. Keeps on blessing.
P. Herbert Caldwell on the YouTube side. I see you. Happy, happy, happy. Oh, I put too many happies in there, but yeah.
Every time.
It's good foot stumping music right here.
Yeah. 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 Ah, he keeps on blessing me. Keeps on blessing me. Yes, he does. Keeps on blessing me. Roof over my head. Clothes on my back. Keeps on blessing me.
Brother Courtney Mitchell, you close. It was January 2009.
Keeps on blessing me. Keeps on blessing me. Everybody say, oh. Come on. Put them hands together. Come on. Come on, y'all. Clap, 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 clap. Here we go. Everybody say, oh. Come on. Put them hands together. Come on. Song, clap. Song, come on. Come on. One more time. Say, oh. Oh.
Good morning, Auntie Angela.
Them hands together. Come on, let me hear you. Last time. He keeps on blessing me. Come on, shout in this place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
He keeps on blessing me.
Sir.
By the St. Louis Area Fellowship from 2009, featuring Pastor Mike A.
Marcus
Lampkin.
Lampkin's brother.
Marcus Lampkin's brother. What? He's on 6. Say something, Alvin.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
We want to say good morning and welcome to
Microphone check.
the Dr. Alvin Quinn,
Hey everybody, how's y'all doing?
who finally made it in on this morning. This is a beautiful day, y'all. Today we have sitting with us in the studio, my brother, my friend. It's my brother and my friend, but I'm not talking about Larry Rogers. I'm talking about the one and only. I was about to say the Elder Greg Haynes. I was reading something. The pastor, brother, Alex Pinetta.
AKA Terrence Hall coming to you,
Terrence who?
I look like everybody except Howard, not Hall.
He said Terrence Hall. That's what I was like.
Terrence Hall.
Hey Howard.
Man.
Now he gonna have me Google Terrence Hall. I got Who was that?
I used to say Dave from the Inspire,
Yeah, everybody would get Terrence Howard. You know, Cookie. He got that one voice he puts on. It don't matter what he acts, what he plays in.
Hey man,
Hey, man.
glad to be on the show, man.
Brother Alex, Pastor Alex,
Yes, sir.
my boy, joining us.
Yes,
Say good
sir.
morning to the people of the St. Louis area.
Good morning, St. Louis.
That's all.
All right.
That was a good job.
You gotta understand, coming
You deep.
coming from California when I came on this side, to the Midwest. I hear you guys talk about St.Louis and the St. Louis area, and I'm like, man, what's the area, man? I mean, I got to figure out the area too. I know it's East St. Louis, but what else is it? You know what I mean?
It's
It's
everything.
everything.
St. Peter's.
Yeah. So I'm still getting
Everett.
lost
St.
around the corner.
Ann,
You got to give me a little time.
Edwardsville,
Yeah.
Creve Coeur,
See that?
Cahokia, Collinsville, Centerville,
best
Allison,
city of
Belleville,
Jennings.
Lake
Fairview
St.
Heights,
Louis.
Swansea.
Jennings.
That's
Jennings.
Chesterfield.
Yeah, that's just why I said just.
Now the boo was the Jennings.
Alton, Illinois.
Jennings.
Alton, Godfrey,
Jennings.
All right.
It's kind of we got a bunch of neighborhoods.
Nobody
See
care
that?
about
Florissant,
All those neighborhoods.
Ferguson.
I'm learning.
Jennings.
I'm learning.
Jennings ain't got nothing but Lisa's chop suey.
We was the originator. We had
Yeah.
River Roads, and you had to come north to catch any lead.
You had for
Had.
a year?
Yeah.
It don't matter. We was
Yeah, it's been
OGs.
years since you
we
had
was
to go to
OGs.
Jennings.
We were OGs. I'm just saying. We
Man.
started this with the bus lines.
Oh, wow. So anyway, we got my boy
Hey.
joining us on this morning.
All my Jennings folks, reach out to me.
We all want to see this.
Yeah.
Hey, don't let me down on Facebook and YouTube. All my Jennings folks.
We want to see all two of y'all.
Y'all got to go to Ferguson to eat. I don't have any restaurants.
We got Lisa's chop suey.
Well, you know,
Oh man.
I'm sure everybody gets tired of heartburn and all that. But anyway, so
That's funny.
to my pastor brother, there's a couple things I want to talk about.
Yes,
This is one of my favorite subjects to talk about with you. I'm going way back and acting like it just came out.
Okay.
Married to the Promise, the book.
Wow.
Let's talk about the
Wow.
book.
It's amazing that you even bring it up because this year, actually, this coming year, rather, it'll be 10 years since the book was released. It was released just before I married Kai.
Wow.
And it was amazing because it was probably like a week before our wedding where a shipment of books came. And, you know, being an inner city kid, when I saw that book, I just stared at it, man, like, whose is this? You know, but
I still
God
get
has
that
been-
way.
yeah,
Every time a CD comes in. Every
man.
time.
And God's been just so kind, man. The book has done, you know, very well in the sense of allowing me to really share the story about God's love. And so, yeah, Married to the Promise, man. It's my life.
Give our people a kind of synopsis of the book.
Well, the book entails my relationship with my first wife, Carolyn Jenkins Panetta, who had the AIDS virus. And when I married her, she was full-blown AIDS. And the miracle in itself was that meeting someone who was an absolute beautiful, beautiful woman of God. And I tell people all the time that she had AIDS, but AIDS didn't have her. I watched her command her body to line up to the Word of God. I watched her, you know, be used of God to perform those signs and wonders and miracles. And so when it was time for her to transition back in 2006, I sat back and really just watched her take the walk into glory. You know, we hear the story all the time about people seeing the light and coming back. But what about those who see it and say, you know what, Lord, I'm ready? And so it's the hardest thing because I didn't want to see it happen. I was actually angry at God. But one of the things I had to answer is when he asked me the question, he said, Alex, when I take back what's rightfully mine, did my love fail you? And so I had to answer that question. And I came to the realization that God's love, just like Scripture says, never fails.
Right.
And so I've been walking into that love. And, you know, she actually shared with me my life today. She told me about a new wife. She told me about what God will be doing and how he will be doing it. She said, I never questioned your love for me, Alex, but what I'm experiencing now, you can't give me. How do you compete with the love of God? You don't. And so I watched her transition into glory. And that was the most remarkable thing because I realize now that more than ever that when he said he conquered death, hell, and the grave, I bear witness to that. And so, you know, to live this life on this side, to live it to its fullest, knowing that tomorrow is not promised, is how I live my life. I wake up every morning with an excitement to just live, man, you know what I mean? And come across people and give them as much love as I can because I don't know. I just don't know when he's going to snatch me out. And so I try to live my life to the fullest.
One thing that stands out to me, not one thing, there are a few things that I want to bring out about the book. You marry a woman, she has AIDS. You say full-blown AIDS. Mm-hmm. Before you were married, she had twins, right?
She had
twin sons.
Yeah.
Of course, we know she had her oldest daughter,
yes,
who wasn't infected.
That's right.
But she was infected by her first husband, correct?
She was infected by, yes, it was her. Actually, it was her second husband.
Her second husband.
Yes, who she met in prison. You know, Carolyn wrote a book entitled "Preaching with AIDS," the Carolyn Jenkins story.
Right.
And I was married to her during the time where she was writing the book. And to see what was happening to her, it was literally like detox. She had to relive that life. And she met a man in Rahway State Prison. And, you know, we're talking back in the early 80s where people didn't have a clue, a full understanding of what the AIDS virus was. And so, you know, she met him, and when he got out, you know, they got together, they got married, they had twins, and she lost the twins and him in the span of 1 year.
1 year.
In 1 year. So, you know, for those who have witnessed the Ryan White story about the yellow, when I tell you Carolyn lived that life, she was ostracized, she was kicked out of the community. You know, her first daughter, Aisha, you know, had problems going to school because the people in the community would petition her to leave. You know, we're talking about the inner city. We're not talking about, you know, being
All this was going on in the 90s or the 80s?
The 80s.
Wow.
And so,
yeah, I remember those days and AIDS.
It was tough, man.
You didn't know if you talked to somebody if you can catch it because we were uneducated at that time. We didn't want to shake hands, you know. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's crazy. So a lot of stuff. Other thing you mentioned, you talked about the book, her book, Preaching with AIDS. Is that the same book that you kind of parallel and used within your book, where you had some quotes? Was that from that book?
Yes.
Man,
yes.
The way you wrote that was actually pretty ingenious. It was pretty clever. The book was a great read. I'm going to admit right now, on Wake Up St. Louis, I read the book in one sitting. First of all, it took me roughly about 4 hours to read the book. But man, when I tell you I cried like a little girl, boy. I feel it in my throat now. So what we going to do now, we're going to go to commercial. And we'll be back. Stay tuned. Wake Up St. Louis. It's 7:48 a.m. Stay tuned.
Wake Up St. Louis. MeTooMusic Morning Show.
Take a look back at some of the most memorable articles in the Best Of issue with MeTooMusic magazine, featuring the best, the gradient effect, how did it get in here, no women preachers allowed, and many more. Download the entire issue now for free, exclusively at The Source at MeTooMusic.com/The Source.
Wake Up St. Louis, it's your boy Jesse Prather, and you listening to the Wake Up St. Louis MeTooMusic Morning Show. Whoa!
It's the home of the independent artist.
Wake Up St. Louis, MeTooMusic Morning Show.
With your hosts, Don, Rob, Alvin, and Two. Right here at MeTooMusic.com. MeTooMusic.com.
We got music right here. No one, what's the name of this song? No One Like You, from Dre and Pam, my cousins, right here on Wake Up St. Louis, MeTooMusic, Sunday morning.
Some say he's a healer. Some say he's a friend too. But I'll say what I know, 'cause he sure enough brought me through. I know I was broken. Self-esteem I had none, and when others left my side.
Good morning to Monty Debbie over there on the YouTube side. Good morning to Lori Union and Cornelius Beverly.
We can walk the earth 3,000 times, search heaven and earth, and still can't find no one like him.
Say good morning to my cousin Jacqueline Jamie Stokes, who is the mother of DeAndre Duncan, joining us right now. Y'all see her, she's the one bragging over here on Facebook.
To the core. Betrayed by the one you love, had me kneeling on the floor.
Chris Watkins. Chris, are you ready?
But what the devil meant for evil, my God made it good. He took every hurt and pain, and he healed me like no one could. I can walk the earth 3,000 times. Search heaven and earth and still can't find no one like him. No one like him. No one like him. Say to my mama and my wife, they couldn't heal the pain that was on the inside. No
We declare to our majestic King,
we found no one who compares to thee.
all universe rejoice and sing.
No one like him. Heaven and earth will declare your glory.
For those will know your story.
That is No One Like Him by my cousins, Dre and Pam, DeAndre and Pamela Duncan, right here on Wake Up St. Louis. I
Very
love that
nice.
song. Yeah,
Very
man.
nice.
I love that song. I love that song. Hey, you all please be sure to share and like and share. Give us those, what do they call those hearts things, Alvin? What do they call them? Hearts?
Yeah, just hearts. You know,
Okay.
hit the likes. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all do all of that. Share. Let everybody know that we're on this morning. We see we got folk joining us still and, you know, getting up, going to church late anyway. But y'all be sure to share the show and
What up,
like
Erna?
the show. Erna is on. Good morning to Erna.
What up?
Voice rest, Erna. Anyway, we got another song coming up. One more song before we come back and talk to our in-studio guest, my brother Alex Panetta.
Alex
So y'all
Panetta,
stay tuned.
Panetta.
Stay locked. 7:54 a.m.
We're helping you get ready to go praise the Lord.
On Wake Up St. Louis MeTooMusic Morning Show.
Come on, DJ. Hit me with another track.
This is You Are Holy by Toby and Tommy right here on Wake Up St. Louis. Listen to the drummer.
You are holy, righteous, a wonderful God, and I praise you. I bless you.
Y'all hear that? He said,
Give
"Boom, clap."
your name praise.
Come on, Rob.
Holy,
I want you to hear this.
righteous,
Put your headphones on, Rob.
wonderful God, and I praise you, bless you, give your name praise. You are holy. You are holy. You are holy. And I praise you, bless you, give your name. You are holy, righteous, wonderful just a wonderful God. And I praise you.
Yes, Lord.
Bless you.
I wish I could
Give
be
your
right
name.
You me?
Yes.
Man.
Don't put his arrogance on mute.
But you know what?
Dude did one good lick and his chest stuck.
Man.
Dude's chest is hitting the computer over here
Man.
right now.
Oh, man. Wow. Let's just marinate right here for a minute.
Oh, my God. When I get all the applause.
Oh, man.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I see a couple people saying they're having a few issues right here on Facebook this morning. Facebook is terrible. Oh, I didn't mean to say that while we're using their service. But Facebook is really not consistent with streaming. YouTube, we get the same strength, the same everything every week. Only Facebook people have the problem. So if you're having trouble on Facebook side, click on over and go to YouTube. You can type in Levi King. You'll see the MeTooMusic logo, or just type MeTooMusic. You'll see live now, and click on that, and it's extremely clear. Always clear on that side. But there are some people who are not having issues. Good morning, Coco. I see you. Anyway, it is currently 7:59 a.m. I see your question about the book, Auntie Angie. I'm gonna get to that in just 1 second. It is currently 43 degrees, cloudy, 60% chance of rain,
And it's 7:59.
and it is set. I said that already. Why are your timestamps just man? It's currently 44 degrees. Well, 43 degrees right now.
man.
The high today will be 49 degrees in the St. Louis area. What about road closures, shutdowns, police? Anybody out when you all came over?
One lane on Hall Street because they're doing construction, and it's raining.
I think there are only two
You're the only
people
person that
that
drive
take
on Hall
Hall
Street.
Street, right? I think there are two people in the whole St. Louis area.
200 potholes.
There's a lot of people that take Hall Street to go to Faith Miracle Temple. They either come the other way to go to the churches in the city to get to 70. It's quicker that way. Us North County folks and us, we use those roads.
There are no lights on
so
that
y'all
road.
talk about the roads.
So how many
over
people
here.
do you see come to church? Do you pass that you know that's going to church?
I pass
Name
Cal
him.
on his way to church.
Kyle
I pass,
Kelly?
Who's
yes.
Cal?
He said Cal.
Cal. Who is that?
Y'all know who I'm talking about. I pass Kyle. I pass
Cal.
Jackson. I pass anybody going to any church in the city that's coming from North County.
Boy, anybody from Jennings, you're not being represented.
Well, I actually do take Hall Street to come out here.
You say what?
I do come out Hall
You
Street.
take it quite a bit, don't you?
Yeah,
Exactly.
to go to work.
Do you
So,
really?
Yeah. You got people.
But
who
we're
live
talking
over
about
on
coming here.
Illinois.
How was it coming here this morning?
It was empty, man.
Empty. No police out?
The police was on 367, Moline Acres. They hiding out.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's getting near Christmas.
Yeah.
So anybody out there at Pastor Lee's church, that's Moline Acres area, right? The old Greater Grace.
Yeah.
So y'all be careful around there. Also, I guess you got to roll through Moline Acres. Some people going to Pastor
Believers
Tony
Temple.
Farr's
Alex,
church,
like, I don't know
Believers
what
Temple.
any of this stuff is.
I can't.
Alex,
I'm on-
like, I don't know what's
I'm on the
what's
North-
Moline Acres.
That's
What's
why in the
Jennings.
beginning when you said to say good morning, I said good morning, St. Louis.
Hey, we're gonna drive Alex around one day, show him everything.
Right.
Yeah, I've done it like 7 times,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. It's not.
He still
it's not the
ain't got
driving
the
around.
concept.
It's the remembering, man.
Yeah.
But hold on, I got to tell y'all this.
Oh,
this,
man,
this.
here we go.
I got to tell you this conversation, man. Alex had last night. So I'm with Alex last night, and Alex gets really excited all of a sudden. He said, "Bro, I went to Brooklyn, Illinois."
Oh,
Wow.
I was like,
That's
"Ooh."
funny.
I'm from the East
Right.
Coast, man.
Well,
you
like
say
that's an
Brooklyn,
accomplishment or something.
yeah, because
That is funny.
But no, everybody
I
knows.
wouldn't say that out loud.
If any man says he goes to Brooklyn,
And
everybody
excited
from here,
about it?
You know
no,
that-
you
yeah.
at the strip club.
Right. You was about to say which one?
No, I don't know any names.
He started, didn't he?
No, sir.
hanging with Jay Ross too
No,
much.
sir. No, sir.
Well, I will
He said,
say
I don't know
this.
any
The views
names.
expressed in this program are not necessarily the views of MeTooMusic.
I will say this:
Uh-huh.
Brooklyn is not the 4th largest city in America.
Man, he was excited, but he went on to explain that he went because another pastor invited him to preach. So he was excited about going to preach. I just needed him to say that before he said I went to Brooklyn. I'm like, come on, bro.
Did you get some fried rice right
No,
there?
actually, the real story is I wanted to know that the place I wound up speaking at, man, he was a big fan of Levi 2 King, man. I mean,
don't say that.
Wait a minute,
yeah, you know,
cut this
you
music
can't
right
get
quick.
there go that chest again.
Don't nobody care about that.
Let's talk about something
Nah,
important.
but he had a lot of love.
Alvin's appreciation service is coming soon.
Mike Pugh, we see you, brother.
Between
Mike Pugh
Alvin
joined
and
us this
two,
morning.
man.
They'll be giving out free do-rags at the door.
There's gonna be do
I
rags.
guarantee you, if you pull that skull cap back, I bet you he got do rag on right now. I don't even have to look.
Oh, it's on. I see it right now.
You see it? I
For
told
sure.
you.
Yeah.
That boy stays with a do rag on.
You should get an endorsement with do rag.
All day long. You know what I'm
Al's
saying?
Auto
You
Service.
know what I'm saying? For sure. All day, every day. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness. Anyway,
You can't take the genius out of me. No.
hey, somebody
have it.
somebody typed to Erna. She said hers was buffering. She said hers hadn't come on yet. Somebody typed to her and tell her to go to the YouTube side and type MeTooMusic / Levi King live. Wake up St. Louis. Tell her she'll get it loud and clear over there.
Erna, get off that dial up.
This dude's Jonah this morning.
Don't hurt me now.
Anyway, we sitting here talking to my boy, Pastor Alex Panetta. Question was asked, where can you get the book? What was the name of the book? The title of the book is Married to the Promise, and it is available at MeTooMusic.com / The Source. All proceeds go to Alex Panetta Ministries. Just letting y'all know, even though it's on The Source, that's just how The Source works. Anyway, but MeTooMusic / The Source. So The Source, everybody, you can go to MeTooMusic.com, METOO Music.com. You'll see The Source right there on the homepage. So, yeah, a couple other things I want to point out. Man, this book is crazy. In the book, he talks about his days of drug addiction. What was your drug of choice?
Crack cocaine.
Crack cocaine. And this is in the 80s.
Yeah.
During its for real infiltration of America in the inner cities.
I was almost in line when that thing first came out.
Wow, man. Wow, this dude, how he can joke about this stuff cracks me up, messes me up rather, every time.
Man, you don't laugh about it.
And
you
man,
cry
this
about it.
this dude look like he 25 years old too. He talking about the 80s.
25, man, maybe 27, man, not
Okay.
25. Man.
You know what? That's a free lunch on me, bro.
All right, on, man. But you talking about the 80s and some of the stuff he was doing, man.
Because you was way too far with that 25 stuff, man.
Right, man.
You look good, though, brother.
You do
I
look good, but not
appreciate
25.
My brother.
But man, come on,
Dude,
man.
you
Leave
said
Don alone,
27.
man.
I was just, I was playing. But in this book, so the book is about him marrying a woman who literally has full-blown AIDS. She just lost, the boys were twins, right?
Yes.
She lost twin sons. Did they ever make it to see 1 year old?
One of
year
them
age?
did. One passed away at 1 year old. The other one passed away, I believe, at 9 months.
And then her husband passed. Who died first? Do you remember?
It was the one son. It was the husband, and then it was the other son.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness!
Jesus.
So, in the book, not only, of course, you're sitting here reading his story, so you feel for him, but then you remember and you think that she had a daughter, Aisha, who Aisha lost two brothers.
Yeah.
You know, a stepfather
Yeah.
and her mother.
Yeah.
And that kind of messed me up, man, reading this book. Some other things that we see in the book. We see you going through, of course, you get your addictive nature, I guess, for lack of a better term, as a young child. I'm trying not to give away too much because you are separated. You're sent into the system, foster care.
Yes.
And you're paired with one of your brothers.
Yes.
Out of what? 4 brothers? 3 brothers?
There's 5 boys and 2 girls.
5 boys, 2 girls. So you're paired with one of them.
Yes.
And so he likes to help put you to sleep at night just to make sure you rest. He's being a big brother taking care of you, but him not knowing, he's giving you NyQuil and kind of waking that or creating that monster in you, right? Was it NyQuil?
Yeah, it was, but just to backtrack just a little bit.
Go ahead.
It's just that I experienced a lot as a little kid. I was the kid that saw the dead people walking. So mentally I wasn't all together. For those who don't know, my mother suffered from mental illness, and so that was the reason for the separation of the family. Well, part of the reason. And so my brother, he just thought he was helping me because if I was up, it was bad. Mm-hmm. And so him putting me to sleep was his way of giving me relief. But what he didn't know, that he was feeding another demon of addiction. And so, it started off with the NyQuil, then sniffing the glue, and and so then I graduated. Smoking weed just wasn't, as young as I was smoking it, it just wasn't enough. It didn't give me the potency of, and being in the hood, you learn how to be your own chemist, and before you know it, you're addicted to some heavy things, man. So by the time the heavier drugs came out, like I said, I was just a kid, but I'm watching these older guys do it. And, you leave anything behind. I was snatching it up.
Wow. Thank you, Coco. We see Tamiko Berry went and got the link from the source, and she posted it on Facebook. So anybody who wants to get this book that's on the Facebook side, feel free to click that link after the show is over. Keep listening to the show, and definitely pick up that book. It's reasonably priced, but it's a great read. I am not just saying that because he's sitting here. I've said this time and time and time again. There's one scene in the book where he walks us through dumpster diving and kind of the art of it. You like showed it to us like it's an art form. How you used to hit it and make the rat scatter, and how you would bang sections of it, and you knew what times of the day to go, which days of the week to go to get the product. And man, it's a deep book, you all. So explain the title, Married to the Promise, one more time for those who are joining us.
Well, Married to the Promise is not so much, it does walk you through my marriage with Carolyn, but the gist of it all is being married to a faithful God. My covenant is with him, and everything that we gain access to is through our Father. And so that was the reason, and it still is the reason why I'm able to stand on my feet and really embrace love to the fullness of it, because I know where it comes from. There are many attributes to God, but God is love. And when you get a full understanding of love, then we all want to have covenant with it. So Married to the Promise is being married to a faithful God that can get you through anything. And when I mean everything and anything, everything and anything.
Man, there's another thing. I mean, y'all just get the book. He talks us through. One thing he did for us too. He came some years ago, not too long, a couple years after the book came out, a few years after the book, not too long after the book came out, I guess. Well, actually, it was 2011 when he came here and did his one-man show, which was amazing. That's how I really became familiar. I'm trying to think. At this point, had I read?
I hadn't read the book until.
Oh, I definitely read it.
You read it too, and
it was after they did it at the church.
Yeah,
that was 2011, right? Yeah. So I read it. As a matter of fact, I read it when my wife was pregnant with my youngest son, Joy. That was 2009, because we were at the doctor's office. I started reading it there. So that's when I read the book. He was born in 2009, so it was 2009 when I started reading it, and I cried like a little baby. But he walks us through his first date. He walks us through what he did to shake the drugs, his choice to become a servant of the temple, of the church. He was in there working and cleaning, and man, you can really learn a lot from reading this book, y'all. So go over there, click, and get the book. You can get it at MeTooMusic.com/the source, or just go to MeTooMusic.com and click on the source and scroll down, or click books or whatever, and you'll see his. No, you won't see his face. You'll see it's two hands. The cover is I guess a married couple holding hands. Really, really good book. Talk to us about Design for Ministry.
Well, Design for Ministry is my personal, not just the ministry, but my business. I'm an interior decorator and designer. So one of the things I've learned is that the Bible says to make sure you acknowledge him in everything you do. And so when I started the business, it just started with people walking in my house and asking, who did this and who did that. And so a business was birthed out of it. And so I love to detail homes. And so one of the reasons why I'm even here in the St. Louis area is because giving people an opportunity to understand that, first of all, charity begins at home. Don't tell me how much you love something until I can walk into the space where you spend most of your time and I can see that you love that space. And so, it's important that we, take care of the things of God. And so designing homes and getting people to understand that whether you own it or you rent it, treat it like it's yours. And so Design for Ministry is just not the physical aspect is taking care of homes, but it's also how I look at people in ministry. My approach is to affect one person at a time. And so every design is different. Every project is different. And so when I look at a person, I'm not looking at them and just treating them like everyone else. Everyone has their own way of dealing with life. And so my thing is, sometimes you walk into a place, it needs to drywall replaced. Sometimes you just need a quick little paint job. And so I think we all have our own individual walk, that if someone takes the time to not be afraid to dig deep and find the root of the issue, then we can really change this world for Christ if we really show that love. And so Design for Ministry is just kind of the fullness of it is to show people that, on one side I do it physically, but on the spiritual side I treat it the same way.
It's funny. I'm looking at the Facebook side. I'm looking at the YouTube side. Somebody, Amandi Simon on the Facebook side, says this needs to be a movie. And then Sister Lori Union, wife of P.K. Hernandez Union from 95.1 FM. You never heard of it. 95.1 Joy. Not Joy FM. I said Joy FM. 95.1 Praise 95.1. She says, we love the Panetta. Should we begin looking forward to the on-screen adaptation of the book?
Absolutely. It's amazing, you know, and I'm sitting here just thanking God. But, you know, the day I put the pencil to the pad, God showed me that it will be a movie.
Wow.
And so I've been around some great people, some people that you know. I got a dear friend of mine, Ryan Sands, who is our
guest next week.
Yeah, he's just an amazing guy. But, you know, there's someone right now, you know, actually writing the screenwrite to the movie. And so just believe in God, being patient, and just knowing that, you know, the fullness of what he said was going to happen is going to happen. So, yeah, expect that. I really expect the movie to be done.
That's what I'm talking about. This is my brother, Pastor Alex Panetta, sitting here. We're going to be back after this. Not after this like it's a commercial, but we're going to play some music for you. This is Your Blood by Minister Jason Bryant, Pastor Jason Bryant, and the Troops. Right here on Wake Up St. Louis, Me Too Music Morning Show. I said morning chair.
Will never lose its power. Jesus, I love you so. Your blood still it flows from your throne. Jesus, some still don't know. The blood that you shed still it flows. Jesus, I love you so. Your blood still it flows from your throne. Jesus, some still don't know. The blood that you shed still it flows. Your blood still flows from your cry, Jesus. Some still know the blood that you shed still flows. Jesus, I love you so. Your blood still flows from your Jesus, some still know the blood that you shed still flows. Come on, let's worship.
Good morning to Jesse Prather joining us this morning. Good morning to my cousin Pamela Duncan joining us. And Mayfield, I missed your post, man. Good morning to you all the way in the... Are you in Kansas City this morning? Good morning to you. Come on, Alvin. Let's do Row Your Boat with Pastor Jason Bryant. You ready? Here we go. You go. Right here. Go. Your blood. Never lose. Go.
You know, I ain't got my voice back.
That's why it's gonna be funny. Come on. Mock me. Do what I do. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah.
Ghetto voice, man.
Man, that is Minister Jason Bryant. Minister Jason Bryant and the Troop. Yeah. Your Blood. People are saying Facebook is whack this morning. I see people on the YouTube side. That's because
they congregating over there.
Yeah, everybody's coming over to. I see everybody switching over little by little. Our Facebook numbers are dwindling. Everybody's going to YouTube. If you're having any problems this morning hearing it clear on Facebook, just join us over on the YouTube side. Go to YouTube, type Levi King or MeTooMusic, and you'll see Wake Up St. Louis and all of that. Stay tuned, stay locked. Rob been sitting here reading and texting all morning, caking with joy, so he ain't said nothing this morning, but stay tuned, stay locked. We'll be back right after this message.
Like I said, Wake Up St. Louis, MeTooMusic Morning Show.
There are believed to be about 38,000 Christian denominations in existence today. With all of these different denominations come a whole lot of different beliefs and practices. I understand that even some of the apostles had their differences, but the root of their message was still Jesus.
Why are there so many denominations?
There are still Baptist churches that women cannot be in the pulpit. If they say they're called to preach, they have to preach down on the floor.
They think you're going to hell. For what? Because you don't speak in tongues.
The minute that you say, I want salvation, it's in the water.
We get to a place where we argue about and almost like carve an idol out of a point. Out of one line, Acts 2:38.
There's so many denominations because we couldn't agree on the methodology.
The Bible is wrong.
I think a denomination is something that man has made.
I believe that the water baptism in Jesus' name is right.
You were taught that no, we're not saying that we're going down in Jesus' name. You go down in the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost.
There was no confusion because Jesus simply told them, "Go ye therefore and baptize in the name." Well, they knew what his name was. We don't know what his name is.
You know, if you're going to argue with us about Jesus, then we shouldn't be there.
In this age where we have so much information coming at us, we have to water down and simplify the gospel like we're all kindergartners.
You have to check the origin of things. You have to find out where things come from.
It's almost like a slavery mentality. I'm going to tell you something to control you, and I'm going to teach you this to keep you controlled.
People that say we believe in Jesus, but we don't. Some believe in Jesus, but you can't wear pants. You can wear makeup. You can do this. You can't do that. You can smoke.
Indoctrinated to believe all these years.
It seems to me, Lord, somebody's right and somebody's wrong.
I don't think a denomination at this point is making God happy.
People are going to question, what we're saying.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to scripturally back up on what it is that you believe in. And, we ultimately have to lead people to Christ. And if we can't do that, then we shouldn't be here.
Because of all of these differences, I'm confused. Don't we all believe in Jesus?
Visit MeTooMusic.com. That's www.metoomusic.com.
Hey everybody, it's Christina Bell here, and you're listening to Wake Up St. Louis, MeTooMusic Morning Show.
Uplifting you on your way to worship is Wake Up St. Louis MeTooMusic Morning Show at MeTooMusic.com. MeTooMusic.com.
Wake up St. Louis, it's the MeTooMusic Morning Show.
It's time for news, information, and more right here on Wake Up St. Louis MeTooMusic Morning Show.
Oh, yeah. Today there's a lot going on in the St. Louis, Missouri area. The Eastern Missouri First Jurisdictional Music Department presents a day of appreciation for our musicians. Sunday, December 17th. That's today, y'all. 2017 at 5 p.m. Their musicians are like who, Rob? I see Tim Price on the flyer. I see Elder Pastor Sean Williams on the flyer.
What you see?
That's oh wow, okay. Evangelist Center, Church of God in Christ, 6404 Martin Luther King Drive, St. Louis, Missouri, 63133. Pastor Superintendent Leon Stewart is the host pastor. Elder Edgar P.D. Madison Jr., Jurisdictional Minister of Music. Bishop R.J. Ward, Jurisdictional Prelate. Which one? I keep forgetting.
It's either either one.
Mother Teresa Bowden, Supervisor, Department of Women. New Sunny Mount Missionary Baptist Church Worship and Arts Ministry presents Christ Matters at Christmas, Isaiah 9:6-7, featuring special guest Dr. Ricky Dillard. Sunday, December 17th. What is that? That is today, Sunday, December 17th, 2017 at 5 p.m. at New Sunny Mount Missionary Baptist Church. Everybody knows that's on West Florissant. Doors open at 4 p.m. It is open doors, so you better get there when these doors open to get a seat. Professor Anita Watkins Stevens is the music director, and Reverend Brandon A. Blake is the pastor. I got word on yesterday that MeTooMusic's own William Bland, because he's the music director for this event. They say he smashed so bad in rehearsal on Friday. They say Ricky Dillard stopped rehearsal and went over and was like, dude, you are like, you know, I thought of something else. I had to keep it.
Mute him, please.
Did y'all watch? Wait a minute. Remind me that after this announcement, I'm going to go back to, I got to ask y'all something about last night. So, also on today is busy. Everybody who wants to get out here and find something to do today, be sure to go to Greater Liberty Church of God in Christ. That's Bobby C's in them church. Bobby Connor, Amy Connor. The Christmas Experience 2017 theme, Jesus, the Light of the World. That's today, December 17th at 6 p.m. There's going to be a toy giveaway at 5:30 p.m. It's featuring the ISE, that's the Illinois Southeast District number 4 choir, with special guests Jesse Prather and Committed to Christ, and Rodney Douglas Jr., and more. Pastor Eddie Truman will be the special guest MC, and that's going to be at 1900 Lawrence Avenue, East St. Louis, Illinois. That's Greater Liberty. That's today.
Jesse got new batteries. All right.
Okay. Also, this is not today, but on this week, Thursday, December 21st, you got Christmas 2017. Attention. All families in need this holiday season would like you to come out and enjoy a delicious meal. They have free food and be blessed with some gifts and place under your tree, all for free. So this is the church, Liberty Christian Church, doing a giveaway for families. They're feeding families. On this past, I believe on yesterday, as a matter of fact, Liberty Christian Church gave away clothes, free clothes and shoes and things to those in need. So that's they're doing a good job up there in the Alton area. We see Steve Kimbrough on here from Alton. Is Steve still an alderman or something in Alton? He was something.
He's the Alton #1 mailman. He works for.
Come on, man.
And he works on Sundays.
But he was still like in politics. He was like
he
the,
delivers mail.
But he was like the alderman.
Yeah, he's great. Wow.
But you know, he was like an alderman. You want to give him his
Steve, your boy up in Jones, you talking about he was great.
Jesse.
He's the Ralph Abernathy of Alton.
Jesse said, "Don't get popped, Alvin." So that's going on this Thursday.
Nephew.
Speaking of Jesse, he's on the line. Wow, I'm talking like Elder Madison. Jesse Prather and Committed to Christ present. Actually, it says present a blessed musical event. See, that's why you should have come to MeTooMusic Graphics, where we do your spelling and your grammar checks right.
Plug.
Present a blessed musical event, Christmas Our Way, with special guests Joy Bryant, Minister William Rayner Jr., Elder Greg Happy Guitar Haynes, with worship leader Kiana Bledsoe. It all takes place on Thursday as well. Hold on, how is Pastor Jimmy Prather having an event at his church? I just want to know. How is he having an event at his church and then his brother is having an event at a totally different church the same day? Inquiring minds want to know. It all takes place Thursday, December 21st, 2017 at 7 p.m. at St. Andrew's.
Now we got to choose between
Missionary
brothers.
Baptist Church. Yeah, now we got to choose between brothers. Why did not the brothers?
Jimmy, a drummer, I might have.
Yeah, I might have to go support the drummer.
Why didn't y'all just do this together? Have your Christmas event and feed the people and do all of that at the same time.
Y'all could have brought the food and the people together in Alton.
We putting y'all on the spot right here. Anyway, let's celebrate the King. Annual Community Christmas High Praise Concert featuring the Combined Voices Community Choir. Friday, December 22nd. That's this Friday, 2017 at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Location, 113 Thornton Avenue, Webster Groves, Missouri. Doors open at 6:45. And also, did I make this the last one? Well, actually, no, let's go and announce this one. Shades Music, my music about to cut. Shades Music, in conjunction with C Note Entertainment, presents on Thursday, December 28th at 7:28 p.m. We Fight, Endure, Conquer.
I will never remember that.
We Fight, Endure, Conquer. A musical concert production featuring some of the most talented young singers and musicians in the same. Can y'all believe it's been a year since we went to that concert? It was at Liberty when all our sons and nephews and all that played. It's going to be at Liberty again this year. It's benefiting the Richard Ricky Town Scholarship Fund. Liberty Community Worship Center, 11221.
Suited and booted.
Yeah, suited and booted. He was clean Sunday,
Yes, he
man.
was, dude.
He had on a nice suit Sunday.
That dude was.
Y'all was out of town last week. Liberty's concert last week was really good. I actually went. Was there. Didn't make it early, but I stayed to the end. Talked. But Bishop A.L. stood up, man.
He almost caught the Holy Ghost.
I did. I left my left hand. If I left my left hand, then you know I feel it.
When you say catch, did he have to jump up and try?
Yeah, man. That's why I had my left hand.
Started flying around. And
Okay, I'm just trying. Give him a pass. You know he Baptist. Anyway, Liberty Community Worship Center. That's where it's gonna be. How do y'all say that, Don? How do you say your address? Because I always say 11221. Is that right?
11221.
No, I like 11221. Larimore Road, Spanish
Y'all
Lake.
can get off the Baptist, man.
That's right. You know what I'm saying?
Off the Baptist.
Exactly.
See, I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Crazy
because I like
cousins
black
and church
people.
guy in Christ. Y'all get off of us.
Right.
Maybe it's time for Reggie to talk
crazy
about your
cousins.
mama. I just hear that. You the man, Reggie.
It's gonna be an open door event. So yeah, that's
Paul
that.
went down there with all the controls.
And then we got a couple of more. Now we got one more. Let's just go and finish
He
it.
called you Paul.
It's
Not Paul
improving,
down the-
enhancing, and empowering your life. Presentations by there's a whole lot of people on this list, but I do see Joy Bryant. It's presented by you got Pastor Rashawn Jordan on here. Saturday, December 13th, 2017. At the Machinist Hall, 2635 St. Charles Rock Road, Bridgeton, Missouri. $30 registration fee. Registration available online via Right, I know that wasn't even.
That's not even a word.
www.agapeeventsolution.com. Dinner is included. Oh, we going. Dinner's included. Dinner's included.
Not going.
Yeah, man. They got dinner. Paper tickets and vendor
but they have
booths
meat.
available.
They have meat.
They don't have chicken and turkey and all
meat.
on the Facebook side.
Hey,
And
check.
no. If you can explain what Jesse is saying on the Facebook side, somebody explain that sentence to me. I'm from Jennings.
Read it. Hey, Pastor Mike Lampkin on this morning.
Oh, the dude from the other show.
Lampkin.
Come on.
Morning show. Where I wear a scarf.
What? Oh, my goodness.
What? That dude wears a scarf every show.
Marcus Lampkin's brother.
Who wears a
is on the
scarf?
line.
Michael Lampkin.
Oh, like
that big old scarf he be
coming
wearing.
from the same guy who wears a do-rag.
Right.
Every
Has it
day.
on right now.
That is different.
With the beanie on top of it.
That is totally
Man.
different.
Anyway, what did Jesse say? He just wanted thought.
He wanted what? Exactly. Read that.
Let me cut the music. He just wanted thought about it, man.
Wow, Jesse.
See, now he making the alt education really bad right now.
Jesse, I don't know what you saying.
Y'all remember the Champ on Harlem Nights? That's what I feel like when I read it.
The dude stuttering.
Yeah.
I read that sentence
You
10
understand what I'm
times.
saying? Look, but I got it.
Jesse, that drop is that's an honor you. One more time.
Ready? Yeah.
Don't worry.
Ready? You understand what I'm saying?
He'll be able,
but I got it.
he'll be able to talk after he eats 12 pancakes and 3 slabs of bacon. That's Rob Woody, Jesse. That is Rob the Woody. That is saying that.
Couple of Twinkies. Buffalo ding dong.
Don't hurt me now.
Oh my goodness.
Don't hurt me now.
Come on, Jesse, retype that one more time, man.
That's my dude.
Oh my goodness.
Stand up, Jesse.
Okay, he said, laugh out loud. He just thought about it. Okay, he said he meant he just thought about it.
Alex over here dying. Y'all just can't hear him. He over here about to pass out. I'm sitting here thinking, Rob. I said, how you gonna get up after eating all that? Hey, I see you, Mike Lampkin. Guess what? I ain't even gonna blast you. I'm gonna wait till your show start on Friday, and I'm gonna type in on.
What'd he
your
say?
show.
What Mike say?
He said
if I was a fake Carson, I would wear a tired do-rag.
Oh,
that's some shots fired.
Wow. See, I wasn't gonna say nothing because I like black people.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm gonna come by the fresh this evening.
we should all go in there and grab ones and shout.
Right.
And then walk out.
Right, just walk out. Right. No, just walk in, shout, go around the pulpit, and then walk right
We
back
should
out.
shout, yeah. We go around for offering, just tap the basket, and then walk out, and everybody say, "Wake up, St. Louis!"
Maybe it's time for Reggie to talk about your mama a little bit. You the man, Reggie.
All right. What time is it? It's 8:32 a.m. The show was officially over 2 minutes ago. Well, with all this joking, we're going to ask the pastor if he has any last-minute words.
Scripture, too. I got the scripture.
Oh, come on. Wait, go give us our
You
scripture.
ready for that now?
Yeah, we ready right now. Let's go. Let me get you some good. What music you want today?
Man, whatever you want.
What you want with your scripture?
Set the atmosphere. Come on.
I don't have that. What else you want? Here we go. Let's go.
What is that? I feel like
that's
Young and the Restless, man.
I'm laughing because he's shaking his head over there like, yeah, that's tight.
That's Jack. I love you, Jack. That do sound like Young and the Restless. Vicky.
Anyway, all standing for the word. Oh, no. Psalm 29 reads, "Give unto the Lord the glory due to his
Oh, no,
name.
that needs this kind of music. Let's go.
Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness."
Come on now.
You late.
That's it. Come on. One more time.
Give unto the Lord the glory due to his name.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Get on pitch now.
Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. Want me to keep going? The voice of the Lord is over the waters. The God of glory thunder. The Lord is over many waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is full of majesty. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can I get a witness?
Yes, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's done.
Don put it on there with that Baptist.
I'm not even gonna lie. I actually missed Pastor Mike Lampkin on this right here, boy. Hey, tune in to
man,
I killed that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you did kill it.
I killed that.
No.
Speaking of Pastor Mike Lampkin, y'all be sure to tune in.
God gets all the glory. I killed that. That's how you follow.
Y'all be sure to tune in every Friday morning, 7 a.m. to the Mike Lampkin Morning Show. Every Friday morning. So
check out Marcus Lampkin's brother,
Michael Lampkin, where he will be wearing his scarf.
Any last words from our pastor, our friend, our brother? Y'all, please be sure before he says this, go get the book. Please go get the book.
Hey man, before you say your last word, tell them who make the best hot wings. Come on, man, go ahead.
And Rob make the best hot wings.
Father, when I get all the applause,
this dude threw his phone down.
He threw his phone down.
The views expressed in this program are not necessarily the views of MeTooMusic.
But Rob Woody is a staff member at MeTooMusic.
Any last words from you,
Man,
Pastor Alex
just
Panetta?
had a great time with you guys, man. I don't know how you get through it every week because you guys be rolling, man. But I'm just grateful, man. Grateful to be here. Excited about what's to come, man. And to everyone who's out there listening, there's nothing he can't do.
Amen. Amen.
And I just want to point out, Alex got the biggest cup of coffee anybody has ever had on this show.
That's that Cuban joint.
That is a soup bowl.
Your son gave me this cup, man.
Straight up?
That's that Ricky Ricardo coffee, boy.
Hey, Lucy, hey, Mom.
I do need to know the cream in it.
I was about.
Hey, man, you racist, man.
Cream in it. What?
Wait a minute.
The views expressed in this program are not necessarily the views.
Now,
of
I'm not gonna
MeTooMusic.
lie. So I'm listening. I'm riding around all for the next week. It was last week and going into this week, listening to 102.5, the home of Christmas music in St. Louis area. KEZK, everybody knows that.
Okay.
So one of my favorite songs to come on is Feliz Navidad. Dun, dun, dun. But I might sound racist right here because this is my line because this is all I know. I say enchilada, bean burrito. I don't know. Then on the second line,
all my Spanish speaking people out there, I promise you, I know where they all live.
You know what? You know how I'll show you how racist Alvin is. Because every time every time he refers to Alex, he starts doing Mexican stuff. He ain't nowhere
Alex
near.
is not
He
Mexican.
ain't nowhere near Mexican.
Right. He's not Mexican.
I'm gonna drag Alvin to LA.
Hey.
No, don't do it. They don't. No.
Actually, what is
Alvin off of Tijuana.
What is your what's your
That's the tacos.
ethnicity?
My father was Cuban, my mother's Puerto Rican, and I'm in the city.
Cuba Rican.
Cuba Rican.
But I honestly forget. It wasn't until I met Alex's brothers, one of his brother and two of his sisters, in 2011, December, I believe, November, December 2011. That's when it dawned on me, or it hit me, and I realized Alex is not black.
Let me just say
no,
this.
I forget that he's not black.
That dude was watching us like he was watching the movie. My sister turned around and said, "What's wrong with him?"
Man, I was looking like, because they all sitting at my kitchen table, we introduced them to fried rice, the St. Louis hood fried rice. Right. So they're in there eating rice. but they're sitting at the table. And Alex is, oh yeah. I was like, Alex ain't black.
Oh man,
dude, he was sitting there like this with his fist on his cheek.
You forget like, Alex is not black.
You need to go to New York more often.
Well,
but I'm talking about Alex. I'm not just talking about people, but I'm talking about Alex.
But the picture that y'all have in y'all home, I think it was y'all wedding. And it's your brother.
Some racist.
No, it's not racist, man.
Racist alert. Racist alert.
This program
it is not racist. When I was looking at the picture, I just kept singing "Rhythm of the Night," man, because they all.
He like a debauch.
That's racist.
I kept singing that in my head. I was like, Alex.
Bye, Felicia.
Oh man, that was actually a good one.
Too much fun. Just way too much fun.
Feel a beat in the rhythm of the night. Yeah, you do like L. Start calling you L. That's for real. Start calling you L.
What's the movie with Terrence Howard? The one when he was a rapper down in Memphis.
I got the hook up. The one
I got the hook
up. It's hard out here. Or from that one, yeah. What was the song? What was the movie?
Name of the movie? Why y'all looking at me?
You know any lines from that, Alex?
Anybody tell us? Everybody, somebody out there.
Sorry.
Tell us the name of that movie with I said Demetrius. I'm reading Demetrius's comments. It's hard out here. What was that movie? Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow.
I got it before y'all got it to me. Speaking of movies and everything, on tonight I'm excited about this. I'm going to announce this also before we leave. Isn't it so rude to come after the closing word by the preacher and you just keep on talking to the announcements? But anyway, tonight, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on Fox. I'm excited. I'm super duper excited about this. It's going to be a Christmas Story live. Boo. Man, are you crazy?
Man, I'll be watching.
But at 3:30, Steelers and the Patriots. Stand up, Steelers Nation.
Yeah, but I'm talking about 6
Here we go.
Let's go.
Big Ben, I'm gonna lose today.
Here we go.
Just letting y'all know. Speaking of that, did y'all see?
Did he just say
devil is a lie?
Did y'all see last night? Did y'all see last night? Adrian, what's the boy last name? Phillips. His wife ran onto the field. She got escorted.
Oh yeah.
She was trying to help her husband.
Having a cancer. He got hurt.
It's like a no-no.
She runs on the field, but still, come on now. They know that that's his wife.
She was on the sideline, though, you know.
She should have gotten the pass for that.
Yes, they should let her stay there.
But they took her out, escorted out. How was his injury? Do y'all know any reports?
Nah, I don't know.
We big time. Jennifer Kelly just got on.
He doesn't play for the Steelers, so I don't care.
Oh wow,
we big time.
We big. She's on.
Yeah, we big time.
Jennifer is in. She's in Italy right now.
Yeah, we big time.
What time is it over there, Jennifer? Right now, as we speak.
Jennifer, what time is it, Jennifer?
I knew Pastor Mike Lampkin was gonna know.
Italy, one of my favorite countries.
Really?
Anybody ever been here? In there?
You know,
in this
Mike
room?
Lampkin gonna know that they sell them DVDs out in front of their church.
Man, I like that Italian crushed ice though. That's one of my favorite
world
things.
Travelers in this room except me. That's
man, I've been to Canada.
Alex.
I've been to Canada.
I've been to Canada and
you don't have to cross any water.
Yeah, I've been.
I had to cross the Detroit River.
Detroit River.
Detroit River.
Goodness.
Tamiko said, "Go Patriots." That's what I'm talking about.
Whatever.
That's what I'm talking about. The greatest quarterback ever. Whatever. Come on, what you got to say about that? Ever. I ain't talking about Big Ben. Talking about no Steeler Nation.
Go Langston line.
All these tiles and these, what they call them, the putrid tiles. What's the name of them tiles?
He said the
terrible tile, baby. I got one.
You know
at the
what
crib.
it is, man. Don't
terrible tile.
Even feed into that, man.
Anyway, on tonight, y'all be sure to join me as I'm watching
it's 3:30 in Italy.
A Christmas Story live. It's 3:30 in Italy. 3:30 p.m. on Sunday. So Jennifer, how's it going over there? Jennifer, how long y'all gonna be there? We should have had you call in. Anyway, Christmas Story live on this evening. I had my two little ones watch the original movie on this week. I think we watched it Monday night just so they can, be updated so they can enjoy it.
Somebody said, "Go St. Louis Rams." Boo.
I would have said that too.
Boo.
Who said? Oh my!
Go
God.
Isaac.
Isaac Bruce. Go Isaac Bruce.
Go Isaac.
Greatest show
Go
on the
Marshall
turf.
Falk. Oh no. Never mind.
Oh man, they took him to.
Yeah,
now
I know,
he's
man.
down next.
Oh man,
something's going on. Man.
He's the new victim of the sexual allegations.
Everybody get
him
taken
and
out.
Tavis Smiley.
Tavis Smiley just.
Smiley too.
Yeah.
Dude, they just
Monday.
Yeah, they just
Monday.
took his stuff off of PBS
off
or whatever.
PBS.
Oh man,
You got to start walking around with a body camera.
Yeah, you ain't lying about
You
that.
ain't lying about that.
two might be. Watch out, man.
No,
because he the man.
That'll be on CNN.
Man,
MeTooMusic. To be looking like.
But it's funny you say that because a pastor friend of mine last night texted me and was just talking because this was crazy. This is what I hate. Do y'all realize the name of this movement? is called Me Too, the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh my goodness, we have had Me Too music. We've had this name. Our name is our logo. Everything is trademark. It's copyrighted. But now they have a Me Too movement. Makes me actually want to change the name of us. I just want them to go ahead and just fizz this and fade this out. Because I don't want to be associated. Well, maybe we'll get a lot of hits. People typing Me Too in Google.
Keep it there.
Yeah. But a pastor friend of mine said something last night about somebody else who's big time in the gospel area that he knows, might get some allegations. And for the record, he asked God to forgive him. He literally said he read his word. He was convicted by what he said to me. But what he did say was, it's crazy. Just wait. We haven't seen it start happening in the church world yet. And since it's happening in the world like this, we're about to see this pop off in the church world. Guarantee you. Mark my words. We're about to hear about bishops, preachers, gospel artists who are part of this saying, they're going to start speaking. So, yeah, it's sad.
Well, those folks ain't invited to my surprise appreciation service.
Anyway, shout out to my nephew Zion. I went to check them out. East
I heard
Side
you were
play.
there.
Yeah,
they said the game was packed.
Belleville,
too.
East, they smashed.
They had some nice little
East Side.
Yeah,
they had some nice little highlights. Of
Zion was
TV.
balling, boy.
Yeah,
he clamped down on defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my nephew.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of East Side, did any of you all watch 89 Blocks yet?
Yes, that was good.
Let's cut the music on this,
dude. That was
really
good,
man.
man.
I asked you about that the other night. You still haven't seen it. You gotta see it.
That was excellent.
Man,
it was excellent.
It was really good, dude.
Now, one of the fathers of one of the boys, his daughter plays basketball with Lauren, so we're with each other a couple times a week. We see each other, and we talked about it. And his whole thing is, he's saying the only thing he didn't care for. Okay, remember the scene when they asked the one player, excuse me, what's 6 times 6?
Oh,
and real quick, he said 12.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. He got mad at him. Honestly, think about it. What did that have to do with the movie? Like, because they never really focused on education and on whether or not these boys were not getting education. That really, for real, from an editing standpoint, from a producer standpoint, that was an unnecessary scene in that movie that just blasted that young man. Probably got him, Joan to death almost in school, but it had nothing to do with the storyline. I
saw where he was going with that, though.
But where was the storyline in the movie? I mean, I saw where he was going for that moment.
Yeah.
But was it enough to really put that in the movie and affect it? That's gonna follow that boy forever.
As a math major, I want him to know what that is.
What's the correct answer, Alvin? Ooh,
wow.
He started.
I'm just offended that he gonna ask me what that is.
His lips.
But you did it like he was studying.
Since we out here putting. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, ask me a question.
Watch him mute me.
Come on.
What's the derivative of x squared?
3 squared.
You are the worst liar.
I love the confidence. Let me ask you something. Who cares?
And see, that's what's wrong with us. Don't nobody want to take the time out. Come on, Alex Banana Manita. Tell us.
Oh, he racist.
He's so racist, man.
I know the address.
On that note, let me go before we get shut down by their version of the NAACP. It's coming.
That's racist.
No, I said their version. Just because I don't know the version.
He said their version.
That's racist.
Say their version.
That is so racist.
That is not racist.
The views.
Alex, man, you gonna let these dudes sit here?
Music.
Come on, man.
There's a whole world called Telemundo.
Sábado Gigante.
Sábado
Gigante.
Boy, them commercials growing up, boy. I used to sit up and watch.
El Perro.
Man, what was it? The Envigio Network? What was the name of that network?
Univision.
Rob, please take
there and
watch
watch
New
it,
York, man.
I got to.
Hey, I ate Taco Bell yesterday, man.
I'm just going to take him on a couple of train rides.
Leave Alvin in the subway.
Oh,
just
man.
leave him there.
I will talk my way out.
Alvin messes with everybody wherever he goes. Whatever city he goes to.
So I'm not racist because I'm not just prone on one group. It's everybody.
We're going to start counting lies on this show. Right. The lie meter, Alvin Quinn lie meter.
Still got me sweating. I'm so nervous what's going to come out of
I'm
this
not
mouth.
racist, man. Like, at all. I just... Nah, I ain't racist. Yeah, Alex, you know what they talk about.
I just want him to know he's so off.
Man, way off.
He's so off.
Oh, my goodness. All right. I don't know what else to say. we can't take this show no more further down. It's gone already. Join us on next week when we'll have our special guest, Ryan Sands. He is one of the new stars of the Netflix original show by Marvel.
Hulu, brother. It's Hulu.
I mean, I keep saying Netflix. By Hulu. I'm sorry. The Runaways on Hulu. It's a whole Marvel superhero universe original on Hulu. So Ryan Sands will be joining us next week. Y'all be sure to tune in. He's going to be talking to y'all about just everything that's going on. I'm sure we're going to talk to him about the pressures of being a believer and a Christian within the industry, within this wicked, cruel industry of acting and all of this. And
why you change
the wicked, cruel industry. But I'm sure Ryan is a real brother. Ryan can keep it real. And, so we're going to talk to Ryan on next week about all of that. And I'm sure he can give you all some tips and some pointers. Anybody who wants to break into acting. Janet Love says, yes, I love that show, The Runaways. So that's good. So we'll have him next week joining us. Also, any closing remarks from our co-hosts?
John?
Don't fake a fuck on a nasty dunk.
Okay. All right.
What are you talking about?
Hey, I was about to ask
the most
y'all.
irrelevant quote of the day.
I was about to ask y'all, did y'all watch the East All-Star team last night play the Milwaukee Bucks and how close of a game it was? And then I just remembered I was playing 2K with Joel last night.
I was really saying, what are you talking about?
Right. I'm like in the All-Star game in December. I forgot I played 2K last night until Saturday Night Live came on. That's what I want to talk about a minute ago before we go. Did y'all see Kevin Hart hosting last night?
No.
One of the funniest things he said, man, he saved. And you're lying. But anyway, what was funny, one of the funniest things he said, what is He said, that is not a word, but everybody understands and knows what that means. Funniest thing, man, all night. He said, you walk up to a child that can't even talk. And if you say, they know. They'll look at you like, oh, don't touch that, huh?
I would say H-A.
That's a real joke. Y'all remember Bernie Mac was talking about that?
No Bernie Mac jokes.
Anyway, love y'all. Y'all join us on next week with our special guest, I said in last words. Y'all done finished. Don said his. Come on, Alvin. Come on, Rob. Because he's been muted. No, go ahead, Alvin.
Okay, seriously. So when you're on your way to my appreciation service, stop at the nearest ATM and withdraw everything you have in there and bring it with you to my surprise appreciation coming soon. And I will cry. I'm going to cry when I walk through the door.
I like to say, Pastor Alex Panetta doesn't usually drink beer. But when he does, he prefers Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends.
The views expressed in this program are not necessarily the views of MeTooMusic.
The most interesting man in the building.
Alrighty then. We just became equal with the Mike Lampkin Morning Show with disrespect and irreverence. So with that being said, we're going to close this out from the preacher. He wrote this song, and he just gave a whole beer commercial. The elder Rob Woody.
Praise the Lord.
Say Yes by Megan Williams McNeil. We love y'all, and we'll see y'all on next week.
God bless you.
Have a good worship.
Hey, I'm your co-host. Levi Two King.
Don Rice.
Dr. Alvin Quinn.
Rob, like I said, Woody.
With our special guest. He said,
man, come on, man.
Oh, man.
Say it again, man.
Man.
We're going to just stump him when this show is over. And sing Feliz Navidad while we do it. All right.
All my Spanish speaking people. I know what it is.
The storm and the rain, through sickness and pain, I'll say yes, yes, yes. I'll say yes to your will and your way.
Good morning to my daughter, my oldest, Jayla Jones King on the line.
I'll say yes, through the storm and the rain, through sickness and pain, I'll say yes, yes, yes. I'll say yes, yes, Lord. Your will and your way, I'll obey. I will say yes, yes, through the storm and the rain, through sickness and
Hey, the show about to go off? Go off. Oh my goodness. Y'all don't forget to click over on the source and get that book, Married to the Promise. I promise you'll enjoy it. And it'll be a great gift for a family member. Get it?
Wake Up St. Louis, MeTooMusic Morning Show.
Yeah.